Yeah, why are you not wearing glasses?
I'm wearing contacts, but they're both for the right eye. It's all I have.
Make things disposable.
So we're going to lose stuff one way or another. So one way to at least minimize the negative effects is to make things disposable if you can.
Basically, you lost it, but it doesn't matter. It wasn't anything that was a big deal in the first place. So, first up, water bottles. You can have fancier water bottles like this. Often these come with inner parts, like this one originally had a straw. We lost it. One problem with all of the fancier water bottles is that at some point you should wash it out. And the fancier it is, the harder it's going to be to wash it out. The other problem is they cost money, so when you lose them, that's wasted money. So make it disposable. Just use, in this case, empty Powerade bottle, water bottle, soda bottle, whatever. That way, when you leave it at a park, leave it at work, whatever, who cares? All you lost was the liquid inside of it.
Uts. I'll never give your water away, not even for the dead.
Wedding rings. So we both wear silicone wedding rings. Reason for that is, first, Jack is a big fidgeter, and he would often, spin his wedding ring or just play with it. So with these silicone wedding rings, I don't have to feel bad if they get broken, which they have, because Jack is still a fidgeter and likes to chew on them when he has nothing to do. Some people chew on pen lids. He chews on wedding rings.
To be fair, these are chewier.
Pens, pencils, markers. Don't waste your time and effort trying to not lose pens, pencils, and markers. Just buy a ton. Make sure they're nothing fancy. We just buy a ton of mechanical pencils and pens. Jack is a huge Sharpie klepto, and so if I just have a bunch of Sharpies, and again, I don't have to be that upset if he keeps stealing my gosh dang markers.
Lunchboxes. If you, take lunches to school or to work, first of all, you should. Saves you a lot of money. Just take them in like a grocery bag from the grocery store. You might not look as classy, but then there's nothing to worry about bringing back home. Whatever you took, you eat it, you throw away the wrappers, the whatever, and then there's nothing to ever clean. There's nothing to take back home. You just throw it away. Last thing is try not to have breakable stuff. Try not to have fancy things when the fancy thing doesn't really do anything better than the cheap thing. So an example of this, I actually really hate eating with fine china. The reason why is because I don't like to eat scared. And that china is expensive, it's important to somebody, and if I break it, that's a horrible thing. However, big dumb plastic cup. It can take just about anything, and even if it doesn't take it, it was just a big dumb plastic cup, so who cares? Whereas something like this, if I'm drinking out of this, it terrifies me.
He's why we can't have nice things.
So what do you do if you can't make something disposable? If it's something too expensive, too rare, too important, that losing it would be a really, really bad thing? Well, if possible, give it a place. This doesn't just mean a place to put it away. It means a set number of places that you are allowed to put it. And ideally, you don't ever put it anywhere other than those set places. First up, the big three: phone, wallet, and keys. We're all notorious for losing those.
All the time.
So much that Adam Sandler even did a song about it.
My name is Alexander Hamilton.
Phone, wallet, keys. Just those three things, please. Need my phone, wallet, keys. Got my credit cards in my wallet. Got my phone, you can call it.
All right. So my rules with phone, wallet, and keys. Rules are going to be different depending on the person, depending on, your job, where you live, whatever. My rule is when I leave my bedroom in the morning to do stuff, I should have my phone, wallet, and keys in my pocket. Even if I'm not leaving the house, they're generally there. And then when I go to bed at night, those things go on my nightstand. Generally, I don't put them anywhere else. If I use my wallet to buy something or show my ID, it goes right back in my pocket. Keys, right back in my pocket. If someone lends me their keys, those also go in my pocket. I end up stealing a lot of people's keys, but I don't ever lose their keys. The important thing is, where are my keys? Well, there's pretty much only two places they could be. In my pants from yesterday or on my nightstand.
Tub of papers. Another thing that you can't just make disposable are important papers. If you just have a place that you can dump those important papers, whether that's a box or in a tub.
Let's check the mail tub.
Mail tub?
Nope. No.
So with this tub, don't worry about organizing it. That's a whole other step that will make it seem like an awful thing to do, and if you make it too complicated, then you might not end up even putting the papers in the tub or the box or the drawer or whatever. They should just be in some sort of container. Don't spend a lot of mental energy worrying about the papers, and definitely don't just leave them laying around to lose or for your mom to throw away when she's cleaning up the kitchen.
That's never happened before. If you do have the luxury of just being able to pass that on to somebody to take care of the important papers, then use that if you can. That is actually my job in our house. I take care of the important papers.
And I don't, because I'm bad at papers.
We'll look this over as soon as possible.
I don't like being handed
That's
things.
fine, because I love to be handed things. So let's trade.
Glasses. Obviously, this doesn't apply to everybody, but we've all lost or broken a pair of glasses, those of us that wear them, and it's the worst. If you take your glasses off, put them somewhere that they'll be safe and that you'll remember where they are, like a table. Don't just put them on the ground, especially if you have kids. Don't just lay them on the couch or the bed. Somebody's going to sit on them, somebody's going to lay on them, they'll get lost under a blanket. Put them on a table, or just don't take them off.
Is the next one Battery Daddy?
Yeah, why are you not wearing glasses?
I'm wearing contacts, but they're both for the right eye. It's all I have. There are some things that I really hate looking for, namely batteries. One of the greatest dumb things that we've ever gotten in our lives is the battery daddy? Battery daddy.
Battery Daddy.
I can see exactly what's in here. There's even a nifty little battery tester. But I never have to wonder where this stupid thing is because it's so heavy that no one's going to just walk away with it. It's too big of a pain.
Jackets. This is something that I personally, as a kid, I lost a lot of jackets. I lost a lot of coats. I got frequently in trouble for it because obviously those things cost money. So I have a rule that if I am outside the house and I'm wearing a jacket, I'm not allowed to take it off unless I put it directly into the car that I traveled in. This means that typically I plan for that. So if it's cold, I'll typically wear a lighter jacket than what would make me comfortable to be in outside because I'm also going to keep on wearing it inside. So I might be a little bit on the cold side outside and a little bit on the warm side inside, but I didn't lose my jacket. If I do feel like I just really have to take my jacket off for some reason, then there's two options. One is you put your wallet, keys, phone, some important things in there that it's really hard to leave the place without, so that it's pretty much impossible to leave your jacket. Or
I thought your jacket was in the box.
You're a box. Or I tie it around my waist like a middle school girl. And I don't love how it looks. I don't like doing this very often, but I don't lose my jacket.
Next category is de-camouflaging stuff. I love to use this one because I don't love taking the time and putting in the effort to actively picking up and moving things so that I can find things, especially when it comes to my phone. I am constantly losing my phone. I found out very early on that it's a bad idea for me to have a dark phone case, which is why I try to find a brightly colored phone case. Honestly, what I would love is a safety vest on my phone, reflective tape, the whole works, so I could find this thing in the dark. I would love that. Next, remote covers. These are wonderful because this one actually does glow in the dark. And it's super neon and obvious. I can always easily find it, even if it's tucked under the couch. I would also say that this is great if you have a person in your house who fidgets a ton, because then they're just fidgeting with the remote cover and not the battery cover, because battery covers break. It's another thing that's never happened in our house, right?
I will point out this has tears in it from me fidgeting with it, which I constantly do. It's even more fun than the battery cover thing. But the battery cover thing has not broken its little latchy clasp thing like any other remote we've had always eventually does, because I play with it.
Part of the make it disposable thing too. I'm not going to be as upset about the cover being destroyed as I am about the actual remote.
Where do you find these?
Amazon! Laptops. I also dislike looking for my laptop. Mostly because Jack and I have the same laptop. So I put a nice little colorful skin on mine, and I want to be able to find this thing across the house. So it's, bright and multicolored and whatever. Keys. I'm a lot worse at losing my keys than Jack is because my pants don't allow me to just have everything on me all the time. So I have a bunch of large annoying crap on my keys. Because it's so big, it's a little harder to lose. Actually, my keys get lost a lot less often than the spare key does, or his keys to his car, because it's so big and obnoxious. One of my ways of de-camouflaging my keys. I get a ton of crap for this, but I don't care because I don't lose them as much.
This one's not for everybody. I prefer less on my keys so that I can keep them in my pockets and I don't have some giant bulge sticking out of the side of my leg. So this decamouflaging, it can work for a lot of things. Whatever you're losing a lot in your life, just think like, could I make it brighter, more colorful? Like for example, if you're losing a wallet fairly frequently, maybe get a bright, colorful wallet. You know, instead of a normal, boring brown leather adult one, get a Pikachu wallet, or you know, something bright, obnoxious that's a lot harder to lose. Another way to lose stuff less: attach it to other things. So we showed our remote covers earlier. We have another remote cover similar to this that's in our bedroom. It has this nice little lanyardy thing on it. I have this tied to our headboard. It's impossible to lose. Even if it gets knocked under the bed, you just grab the string, reel it in. Hey, there's our remote.
One of my favorite ways of attaching stuff to stuff is with Carabiners, especially the retractable kind. I have these in my office because he loves to walk away with my measuring tapes. And I found that if I don't want them to walk away, I can secure it to my desk. I can actually go grab my measuring tape, use it without taking it off of this carabiner, and it's still plenty usable without having to move it. I also do this with my keys on my purse, because again, I'm terrible at losing my keys. It works. I don't lock my keys in my car often anymore. Velcro and magnets. So in my office, I also have a bunch of rolls of tape that have Velcro attached to them, and I can stick these where they belong in my office, and it's great, again, because someone likes to walk off with my tape. I also do this with my scissors and other stuff that I would like just visible and out in the open without necessarily being in my workspace.
It's worth noting that we run an online business and ship a lot of stuff, so things like tape and scissors are commonly used tools. Don't be a crazy person and do this with things that you only occasionally use. Magnets can be pretty useful in a lot of ways. One of the more universal ones are like these magnetic trays. You can get these on Amazon or Harbor Freight for pretty cheap. Often Harbor Freight, there's coupons to get them for free with the purchase of whatever else. It's great. You can stick them to a lot of things. A lot of things stick to them. So the last attach it to stuff thing, some tools, power tools, require some sort of specific key or wrench or whatever to go with them, maybe a chuck key. Always attach those to the tool as well, either with a magnet or tape, twist tie, whatever. Just attach them to the tool so that when you need to change a blade, change a bit, whatever, the thing is there. Last category, use technology.
Wait, SpongeBob! We're not cavemen! We have technology!
Our first piece of technology, pockets. If you don't have them, get them. If you do have them, use them. I personally am a big fan of cargo shorts. There are more fashionable versions than what there used to be. They're not all like khaki, thick, whatever. There's a lot of ones that are nice, kind of semi-stretchy, breathable materials. Cargo shorts are great.
At the beginning of the year, Jack told me that I was no longer to have pants that do not have pockets. But problem for me is cargo shorts don't look awesome on ladies that often, and I didn't want to buy a bunch of cargo pants that make me look like an army brat or 90s rebel child. So I have found pants with pockets that I do enjoy wearing. One of them is leggings with this pocket right here.
Where's the pocket?
Another solution that I found are scrubs. I found that I really like pants with pockets here on the leg, because if I have my phone right here, then when I sit down, it's digging into me, it's not comfortable, and I'm not going to really want to put my phone in my pocket. And then I will end up in the same place where Jack is still mad at me for not using my pockets. I also came across pants like these. These are hiking pants. They are convertible into shorts. Again, they have tons of pockets. I really enjoy these.
Probably not going to find girls' clothing with pockets in stores typically. You're going to have to order that. So yeah, what are some search terms?
Women's cargo pants is not a good search term because, like I said, you get the overly baggy 90s rebel child pants.
The Impossibles.
Hiking pants or scrubs or utility pants. I would recommend those. Next piece of technology that you can use to find your stuff is the Google Home. Like I said, I lose my phone a lot, and I'm able to find it all the time with Google Home. We have these all over the house.
What is a Google Home?
It is a smart speaker. Hey Google, please find my phone.
Okay. G5 is 5G.
So even if my phone is on silent, it will ring my phone at full volume, which is wonderful. Because I especially lose it when my phone is on silent, because I never remember to turn the ringer up.
And you don't have to ask somebody to call your phone, which can get pretty embarrassing if you end up having to do it 10 times a week. Alexa might have a similar feature as well. I don't know. We use Google. Lastly, other technology you can use. There's a lot of other key finders, phone finder things, the Tile, or there's cheaper ones that are just a battery powered thing that you can attach to whatever, has a remote that comes with it that makes the battery powered thing beep as long as you're within a certain range. There are other technological things. They all have their drawbacks, like the battery powered thing. Well, eventually it runs out of batteries. The Tile, you have to have, if you're using that to find your phone has to have its Bluetooth on. There are different caveats, but there are a lot of pieces of technology, commercial products out there that you can buy to help you keep track of your stuff.
If you have some awesome ways of not losing your stuff or of finding your stuff, then please share in the comments. We would love to know about it.
Even with these hacks and things in place, we still lose stuff a lot. This isn't just like some magic bullet that's going to fix your entire life. Some of these may work for you, some of them don't. If you have things that work for you that we didn't mention, let us know in the comments. Videos are not how I make money for my family, but they are a way that I advertise our small family business, Art of Steel. At Art of Steel, my wife and I make cool stuff with these laser cutters that we have in the basement of our house. Check out artofsteel.net to see our cool nerdy fan art stuff, and cleanyourcraft.com for our craft kits and organizers.